Well, hello, it's Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I'm in a house that is mostly empty. There is some furniture in the living room. I'll have to move a bit. The owners of the house both died in the last year, about a year ago, I guess, 3 months apart. And I actually cleaned this carpet. Within the last 2 years I was in this house. I remember this layout, and of course the dining room table was here then, and I did just clean the upstairs area. But this is an Oxy-Dry Berber, and it's in really quite good shape. It's more than 10 years old, and a little bit of wear and tear showing in the traffic areas, like right along here, and pile distortion, etc. This area here, I remember the first time I cleaned it had a lot of stains on it, but I've just gone over here with my first pass, and there was like one little spot there, and that's about it. And so it's going to be a pretty easy, quick clean. So because the last time I cleaned it with the Oxy-Dry system, there is a protector that's included. And the advantage of that for the follow-up cleanings is that soil isn't going to stick to the carpet fiber as readily, and it cleans up even easier. And that obviously helps. Now, I'm using a Fiber Plus pad right now, so I'm actually encapsulating, but I am going to follow it up with a two-way pad, which will absorb and transfer soil out of the carpet with that. And of course, the final step in this case will be running the vacuum over it, which is our Max Vac extraction vacuum that will pull up any particulate that remains in the carpet. And it'll clean up very well, and of course stay clean for a very long time. The new owner's moving in the next 2 or 3 days, I guess, and it's got a really nice view, which I'll show you in just a sec. Some of the furniture has been taken out, and you can see the crush area here, and being an olefin carpet, it's quite a hard fiber. So once that dent happens in the carpet, where it's flattened down like it is right there, that will eventually come out, but cleaning won't pick it up. You can take the yarn and do that with it, but when I run the vacuum over it, that'll actually help a little bit. So it'll come up a little bit, but anyway, when I do the final step, if it needs it, I'll pick it up with the vacuum. It's got a really good brush roll on it, and it gets really down into the carpet, and I can adjust it to really get in there. Now, I know that some of you out there who watch these videos are carpet cleaners, and some of you use this type of method, which is rotary, and some of you are using orbitals, which is similar to rotary, and some of you are wondering, well, which one to get, because there's lots of choices out there. When it comes to rotaries, the standard rotary is 175 RPM, and they usually weigh around about 100 pounds. And this particular one actually is a 180 RPM, and I think it weighs, without the tank and my few additional things I've got on this one, light, ozone generator, etc. But anyway, I think normally it's around about 85 or so pounds, which is more than adequate for cleaning carpets. The drawback to getting a heavier machine is obviously you got to pick it up to go up and down steps, such as those, which I'll be having to go down in a bit. But you can do what I'm doing with any 175 RPM machine. I prefer to use a tank and feed the solution down as I go. I feel I get better control, and it's also more efficient. But I know a lot of people prefer to spray their solution down and then use the machine without a tank. I've done it both ways. I just prefer this way. A tank is inexpensive, and once you get the hang of feeding it at a appropriate rate, and that's important. I read a comment from somebody who talked about using a system like this, and they were saying how hard they found it to not overwet the carpet. Well, actually, that's pretty easy not to overwet the carpet, because you don't pull the solution valve on all the time. You put that over here. You will feed it down as you need it, and if you can see the tube down straight below, which is right about there, you'll see that it doesn't constantly come out of there. I'm feathering the solution as I go and watching the carpet at the same time. And what I'm looking for is just a bit of a milky white mustache, as it were, on the carpet as I clean. Now I can increase the volume or the amount of solution that I feed down if I'm dealing with a more soiled area, but when you're using this type of system, you need to be careful not to overwet, because most of the cleaning is going to be done by the scrubbing action. And most of the cleaning actually is going to happen within a few seconds of the machine going over the carpet. That's why it's important that you have a very good quality product you're cleaning with. And it's also important to choose the right cleaning attachment or pad. And in this case, it is a fiber pad, which has a very good scrubbing effect, with millions of fibers passing over the carpet every minute. Well, maybe not millions, but maybe it is, I don't know. But the fiber pads have great contact. Oops, I unplugged myself. There we go. Have great contact on the carpet. The entire pad is in contact with the carpet as the machine is running. And in this case, I'm getting about 360 degree passes per minute on the carpet fiber. Pull my cord a little bit. And by the way, here's what you see out the window here. And let's see. This is Vernon, BC, and way off in the distance there, you can see a little, well, it's actually not a little lake, but the Kelowna Lake is over to our left there, I guess. And that's Swan Lake, I guess, all frozen over. Cold out here these days. Got down to minus 20 Celsius a few weeks ago. It's right around 0 right now. So this is up on the hillside overlooking Vernon. And anyway, I'll continue. So as I move into the living room, I'm going to scrub all the traffic areas with the fiber pad, and then I'll come back with the two-way over all those areas, plus the areas where there has been no walking or where. I'm just gonna move the table a bit. Now, apparently this carpet has been cleaned by others than me, although I think I was the last one to clean it. I believe, looking, at least by the way it looks, it certainly looks like it. This carpet, there's a screw over there. Where'd that come from? This carpet is an olefin or polypropylene, depending on who manufactured it. There's a different name, but it's a good wearing carpet, but it does not like being steam cleaned because the hot water extraction systems get them so wet that the soil that's driven into the backing will wick more readily on this type of carpet than it would, say, on a cut pile. So it's one thing to bear in mind. That is a virtual impossibility when you're using this type of system. And many times I clean carpets like this that have been steam cleaned repeatedly and have that blotchy look all over them from that wicking effect, and I'm able to reverse that. So, and then the carpet's fine from then on, as long as they don't steam clean it again, of course. Anyway, I guess apparently what happened is the people who bought the house did buy it with some of the furniture that was left behind by the family of the previous owners. So, okay, I like this couch. So, I do recall when I did this before that there was a real dark area right in front of this chair, but that's not there now, so it never reappeared, which is normal with Oxy-Dry. And back to where I began. I'll just switch the pad, and so I'll use a two-way in this case, and then I will continue on. And I guess that's about all we need to show for the moment. Two-way has picked up soil, but that's not the primary purpose. It's primarily just as a scrubbing tool. But you can see that that's actually quite soiled. That was the just the clean look, and that's what it looks like now. And the millions of fibers are able to really cut through the soil and dissolve and lift the soil up and out. And now I'm going to go over it with the two-way, which is a more absorbent, and it'll draw soil up. And actually, I'm going to turn it on so you can hear it. There's two ways on this type of carpet make an interesting noise. More of a, sometimes it can be louder than that. But anyway, that's what I'll do, is I'll go over with the two-way, and then the final step will be any detailing, vacuuming, the final vacuum extraction, edges and corners as needed, and that'll be that. It's cleaning up really well, and it'll look marvelous when it's completed and dry within an hour or so. This house is actually not as warm as you would normally have a house, so it's actually a nice temperature to clean at. But the downstairs is definitely cooler than up here. But anyway, it's not a problem. I brought a sweater just in case. Anyway, that's Oxy-Dry today, and that would be January 2015 in Vernon, BC, Canada.